Page 20, Quick March. It's kind of an ugly looking thing with all that dotted rhythm. Let's just check it out. It's 2/4 time. We're in the key of C major. We've got accidentals all over we've got to deal with. It has a pickup note. It's on the last quarter of a beat. Oh, don't you just love it? And again, there I think the music is incorrect, because if I'm going to have a pickup note on the beginning, then I need another measure with not a full measure. It's got to be missing 1/16 beat. Usually it'd be the last measure, but if you look at the last measure, it's 2 beats, it's full. So in my opinion, that last measure should be the quarter note and then a dotted 8th rest. Because an 8th rest is half a beat, and the dot adds another half of that. That's 3/4 of a beat. A dotted 8th note is 3/4 of a beat. Do you need a calculator or something? In my opinion, that quarter rest at the end is incorrect. It should be a dotted 8th rest. So we're coming in on 2E and 2E and 1E and like so. So real slow, if I do that, 1E and 2E and because that's 16th notes. And right, 1E and 2E and 1E and 2E and third measure, third finger. 1E and 2E and 1E and I don't care for that. Let's check this fingering out. I like to try and figure things legato if I can. If I can figure out a fingering that works legato, it usually can carry the day. Usually, not always. So it's 1E and 2. If you don't want to go the 1E and 2E and route, and I don't, just go 1 and 2 and know the 16th notes in between them. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and. But then when you get to this part, here, don't go 1, 2, 3, because now you're out of position. So go up here, 3, 4, and then you can go here, 1, 3, and then here. It's my opinion. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 1, 4 and here. It's just getting there. I can do this more easily. 1, 3. This is the last 2 measures, the first line. It's 4. And then a 1, 3, and then a 1, 4. And you got to hold the G down as you play the C, and you lift both up. And you do that again, sort of. So again, the first line, 2 and 1 and 2 and 2, 3 finger. 1 and 2 and. You come up on the end of 2. And then you lift up and do that. It's sort of, again, it's the same rhythm but different notes. Now we got black keys. They're saying 4, and I don't recommend 4. 3 is fine. 3, because you can still reach it. The key is here. I mean, we're in a C minor chord, is what it is, but that's fine. Just use 3, 2, and then come down 4. So it's measure 5, 3, and then collapse. And then again, 3, 4, and then a 2, 3. The idea is I didn't put my hand up here for the thumb. Now, if you have little hands, it doesn't matter. You can do that. But bigger hands, that's a problem because the fingers don't fit. So it's 3, 4, like you did on the first line. And then you can do a 2, 3, 2, 4. And you lift up and you're doing it sort of again. 3. I recommend third finger here. This measure 10. For the G third finger, if again you got little hands, you can do that okay. But we got problems then because we have the same situation here that we had on the first line. I need fourth finger on that G in measure 11. And here, if you can do that, or for measure 10, I just reach down 3, 2, and then 4, or 3, 4, or 4, 5, 2. Because if you do 2 here, collapse, you can just as easily do 4 here, and now you can do the 1, 4. And that's a problem because now your hand is up here. Well, you can do that. You can let go of this, connect this. But this, if you need to do that, that's fine. It depends on how big your hands are. Otherwise, the fingering in the book is fine. You lift up again. At the bottom, it's the same fingering as we had at the top. I recommend a 3-4 or a 4-5 if you want. For measure 14 here. 4-5 if you want, claps. Connect that. Or if you don't want to go 4-5, do 3-4. So measure 13, and then 3-4. You have options in the fingering here. So figure out one that works for you. If it's different than the book, pencil it in and stick with it. Of course, if you have a teacher, they'll tell you what the fingering they want you to use, and that's fine too. Left hand, you're down here. I recommend a 2-3 on the second one. I mean, you can do that, but if I'm going to do that, I'm going to use 2 on the C. I'm going to do that. It's easier. Why do I need a third finger on that? I have no idea. So I'm just going to do that. But I'm going to use 3 and 2 so I can connect them. Then the second line, when the left hand plays, you're here, B flat. You're up here, which is okay because they're both black keys, and you just slide out. You're sliding off here is what you're doing. And as you do that, you can come back out here. That's okay, it's kind of fun. Third line, measure. And that's okay because it's all black keys. And then you just slide out for that. And then here, same as you had up above. And the second line is the same thing. Okay. And then the last line. I recommend a thumb here, and because you're closer to where you want to be. Because otherwise, I mean, you can do that. I just like to be closer to where I want to be. And the thumb is there. And then a 3-2 at the end. That's my opinion of the fingering. It's a personal thing. You pick a fingering that works for you. Put them together, the hands. And again, I'm still trying to connect everything right now. It sounds a little off at the end, the last 2 measures. You're here, and then here. So that A sounds off. That's what he wrote. And then you resolve it. That's okay. Once you have that, then we can go back and try and add in the slurs and staccatos. So you're not necessarily going to play the second note of a slur staccato, but you are going to separate it from it's down, up, down, up. You're just pushing off here to give it a little extra because the dotted 8th note is the one it needs to be a little louder than the 16th note. So, pa-dum, pa-dum. It's not bottom, bottom. That's a different effect. Here it's... And now with the accents, now you can separate a... That's how that we get away with the fingering they're offering, but I still prefer a legato fingering, whether I'm separating it or not. Give it a little extra on the accent, just a little louder. And just separate these accented notes slightly. So forth. Then we add the dynamics. Loud, it's mostly for the right hand here. Whatever you think loud is. Not super loud, just loud. The accented notes are going to be very loud because accent notes just a little louder. It's really, it's the top note, that's what we want to hear. The other stuff can be a little under that. And then you're going to echo that, it's soft. And the accented notes there in the second line, measures 7 and 8. Those are only about medium soft because your accent is just a little louder from where you're at. And I'm soft here, the accent is just a little louder than that. Then medium loud here. The accented notes will be loud, and then finally at the end loud. And very loud with accented notes I think is a bit of an overkill. It's just very loud, and separate them. Like so, it's my impression of it. Speed-wise, energetico in the speed, but you can think of a quick march. Left, right, left, right, left, right. But it's got to be accurate, so how fast can you play it accurately, really? I mean, if you accuracy and if that's your speed, good enough. You know, otherwise you can go a little faster, but be accurate. Just my impression of it. Your impression is different, I hope. So don't copy me, you make it yours. I'm sure there's lots of recordings of this available. Again, don't copy them either. Make it yours. I'd like to play it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics. So I'll give us 2 counts almost, and then we come in. Now, a word of caution on these dotted rhythms. They need to be crisp. They need to be sharp. Don't turn them into triplets. Don't. Triplet, triplet, triplet. No, please don't do that. It's got to be, the short note's got to be short. Make it short, please. If you need to, go back to the 1-E-ended, 2-E-ended count to make sure you're short. You can almost make them shorter than short, because that's part of interpreting music. Sometimes in dotted rhythms, they would make the short note a little longer, and other times they'd make it a little shorter, depending on the piece and what's going on. So you might make these almost like a double dotted rhythm and make it even shorter. Really short, just to emphasize the fact that it is short. That's just an idea of interpreting. Different people will interpret it different, and that's one of the things that might be different. Ready and go.